Have you ever noticed how, when you see a car accident on the side of the road, everyone slows down to look? Or when you hear people arguing loudly in public, it's almost impossible not to turn your head. Even online, you might find yourself clicking on a video of a sudden disaster or a heated conflict. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? Something pulls us in, making us stare, even when we know we probably shouldn't. We're not bad people for looking, we're just human. But where does this deep, almost automatic curiosity for suffering, conflict, and chaos come from? Why are our brains so captivated by drama? The answer is a complex mix of ancient survival instincts, modern-day psychology, and the simple need for our brains to make sense of the world. Let's start with the most powerful reason of all, our built-in danger scanner. Imagine our ancient ancestors living in the wild. For them, survival was a full-time job. Every sound, every sudden movement could signal a life or death threat. A rustle in the bush could be a predator. A distant shout could mean an attack from a rival tribe. In that world, failing to notice a potential threat was not an option. Our brains evolved to be incredibly sensitive to any sign of danger or disruption. Fast forward to today, and that same ancient wiring is still active. When we see chaos, flashing lights, people shouting, a sudden accident, our brain's alarm system goes off. It's not just idle curiosity. It's a deep, instinctual process. Your brain immediately starts running a rapid-fire analysis. Is this a threat to me? Am I in danger? Do I need to fight, flee, or freeze? We look because our biology is screaming at us to pay attention. It's an ancient survival mechanism that's been passed down through thousands of generations, telling us to assess any disruption to the norm, just in case. But it's not always about fear. Sometimes it's about escaping the opposite, boredom. Think about your daily routine. Wake up, commute, work or school, chores, sleep, repeat. Much of modern life can feel predictable, even monotonous. We scroll through social media feeds that often show us more of the same. Then, suddenly, bam, something dramatic happens. A heated argument erupts on the street, or a video of a sudden storm goes viral. This is what you could call the something is happening effect. Drama shatters the monotony. It gives us a jolt of adrenaline, a rush of stimulation that our brain, frankly, craves. Our minds are wired to notice things that stand out, things that break the pattern. So even if the drama has nothing to do with us, it's a welcome interruption to the predictable flow of everyday life. At least for a moment, something exciting and unpredictable is going on, and our brain is all for it. Then there's our brain's intense dislike of incomplete information. Our minds are like story-making machines. They want to know the beginning, the middle, and the end. When we witness the start of a dramatic event, like the aftermath of an accident or the beginning of a public dispute, we're only seeing a single frame of a larger picture. This creates a sense of tension and cognitive dissonance. Our brain immediately starts asking questions. What happened here? Who's involved? Why did it start? And most importantly, how is this going to end? Not knowing the full story is uncomfortable. It's like a mental itch that we desperately need to scratch. That's why we can get sucked into watching the random crash video online. We can't look away until we see the resolution. We need to complete the narrative. Our brain's need for closure is so powerful that it will compel us to keep watching, just to find out what happens next and put the pieces of the puzzle together. Let's not forget the allure of the forbidden fruit. Topics like tragedy, conflict, and extreme situations are often considered taboo. They're things we're taught to avoid, things that are uncomfortable to discuss in polite society. But human nature is funny. The more something is forbidden, the more it pulls us in. When we witness something that feels like it shouldn't be happening, it triggers a powerful mix of curiosity and adrenaline. It's like peeking behind a curtain we're not supposed to. The more extreme or shocking the event, the stronger the pull. This doesn't mean we're secretly wishing for bad things to happen. It's more that these events represent a tear in the fabric of normal life, a glimpse into the raw, unfiltered parts of the human experience that are usually hidden from view. And that glimpse is almost irresistibly fascinating. This leads us to something called morbid curiosity. It's a term that sounds a bit dark, but it's a fundamental part of our psychology. Morbid curiosity is a fascination with what is unsettling, dangerous, or grim. It's not about finding pleasure in tragedy. Instead, it stems from a deep-seated need to understand the harsher realities of life. Seeing a disaster or an accident reminds us just how fragile our world, our safety, and our lives really are. It forces us to confront our own mortality. By watching these situations from a safe distance, we're engaging in a kind of mental simulation. We're asking ourselves, what if that happened to me? How would I react? How would I survive? It's a way for our minds to confront and process our deepest fears about chaos, loss, and death without actually having to experience them firsthand. It's a safe way to explore the dark side of existence. But our instincts aren't all about self-preservation and fear. There's also a powerful, pro-social reason we look: our instinct to help. As social creatures, humans survived and thrived because we learned to cooperate and protect one another. When we see someone in distress, even if we're just a bystander in a crowd or watching a video, a part of our brain automatically kicks into gear. It starts evaluating the situation from a helper's perspective. Is there anything I can do? How could the situation be made better? What would I do if I were in their shoes? Even if we can't physically intervene, this mental process is a deep evolutionary reflex. It's a sign of our innate empathy and our capacity for compassion. We're wired to care about the well-being of others in our group, and that instinct doesn't just turn off because we separated by a screen or a street. In our hyper-connected world, there's another layer: the intense pressure to stay informed. We are constantly bombarded with notifications, breaking news alerts, and social media updates. This has created a feeling that we need to know what's happening at all times, or else we'll be left behind. When a dramatic event occurs nearby or goes viral online, our brain treats it as a top priority news bulletin. The message is clear: you need to know about this because it could affect you, your community, or your understanding of the world. This fear of missing out, or FOMO, is a powerful motivator. We feel compelled to watch, read, and share, just to stay in the loop. Finally, let's talk about the blue lights effect. Our brains are pattern recognition machines. We get used to the normal sights and sounds of our environment. But when something breaks that pattern, a loud siren, flashing emergency lights, sudden screams, it grabs our attention instantly and forcefully. These are what psychologists call exogenous cues, external signals so powerful they automatically hijack our focus. Your brain doesn't deliberate, it reacts. The process is simple. An unusual signal appears, and your mind immediately goes into watch and assess mode. It's a purely biological response, hardwired to make us pay attention to anything that could signify danger or an important change in our environment. So the next time you find yourself unable to look away from a dramatic scene, remember that you're not a ghoul. You're not a bad person. You are a complex human being, driven by a powerful cocktail of ancient survival instincts, psychological needs, and social wiring. From our brain's built-in danger scanner to our deep need for stories and connection, a multitude of forces are at play. We stare because we're wired to assess threats, to learn from chaos, to feel empathy, and to understand the world around us in all its beauty and all its tragedy. It's simply part of being human. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the fascinating world of human psychology.